Morning YouTube, Ratmaster here, back into heat exposure like usual. Today we're going to be talking, before that, 98 degrees, should be a little warmer, which she'll do today. You want about 100, 105. Just having a little issues this morning with the water. Still in there though. Today we're going to be talking about anger and a couple points on my thoughts on it and like how I've been dealing with it lately. Because it's really, I feel like it's been consuming me a little bit. My issues with it lately have been since I've stopped smoking weed as much. I literally just smoked last night, but I just took about a week off, and the only drugs I really do these days is just like I guess the caffeine and just smoke a little weed. But aside from that, when I stopped smoking, I was getting really angry. It was like hard for me to regulate my temper, which I didn't think I depended that heavily on the marijuana for, the weed for. But just really silly things I'm getting like explosively angry over. I know there's things that I gotta work on, my anger. But the first thing is figuring out like what triggers you, I guess. Figuring out who or what really flips that switch. I guess figuring that out is pretty important. Figure out what those triggers are that make you upset and try to like avoid them as best to your ability. And awareness is the key to change, and I definitely can see that. I plan on definitely applying that, seeing what works and seeing what I know makes me mad, and just trying to stay away from it. Another thing I want to work on to help with my anger is, and this has been a long time coming, working on my breathing techniques, working on breathing. There's been a few, because I've definitely I've talked to some people about it, and they've always been trying to get me to work on breathing techniques. So I think that's something I'm gonna try to really work on too as well. Because it's not just for anger; it's for other things too. I want to work on probably getting some meditation in, practicing that. Kind of interested in that as well. People that are telling me to work on these breathing techniques. These people are obviously like counselors that I've been introduced to. And I've avoided it for so long. I just thought it was weird, like woo-wah stuff, until I started seeing other people like online when I've done my little bit of research and like watching. It's like it's not just to help like eliminate the anger, like the power and control over your mind with the meditation and the breathing is incredible. It's just so insane. If you gotta go see somebody, talk to somebody, get some counseling, like do it. Reach out to somebody and maybe try to get some professional help. I know that I'd be on the verge of definitely going and talking to somebody about the anger, but it's like I already have a counselor I talk to about other stuff. So it's like if I wanted to work on that, I can. And hey, if you're trying the breathing stuff and it doesn't work, go ask for some help. Go ask for a professional help. There's tons of outlets now. There's no excuse for that either. I'm so tired of hearing advertisements on BetterHelp. So I'm just remembering now, like why I've been getting so upset lately, other than not smoking weed and not dealing with my stuff. It's like I said, I've had the ringworm and I've had this chest cold, so I've not been able to like work out at all. So that's another way of dealing with anger, is getting a physical outlet, whether that's like doing some sort of sport, jujitsu, or lifting weights, which is I like to do. I'm kind of into bodybuilding. That's what I do. I lift weights in that fashion because I've got problems. Yeah, but anger is something that you definitely don't want to. you don't want to have be a character trait that consumes you and really controls your life. Because before, way before in the past, like I was a pretty angry kid. I've always been angry. I had to work on my anger. I went to anger management classes when I was a kid, and worked on that stuff. Forced to do that because I was just raging all over the place. But now that I've grown into an adult, it's been a lot. Those gave me a couple tools to kind of help, I guess, but not really. I mean, as a kid, you don't really know how to utilize those things. Um, I just did things to make up for it. Like I said, I lifted weights and stuff like that. I always did like physical things to work that out to get rid of all that angst, I guess. But um, a lot of other anger is gonna be like because of resentment and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be covering that, and then obviously more videos to come. Like these are all these things relate to each other in one way or another. I really hope you guys, if you're having issues with anything that I've mentioned, that you just take a little bit of this and use it or something. If it helps you, fantastic. Like that's why I'm even saying anything. Like I'm ecstatic. That's what I want. All this is not just. I do this stuff for me and decided to film these things because I already do it, but it's also to motivate you guys to make a better you, to do better you. So I'll talk about how my life is not doing so fantastic and how I fail as a human being, just so you can feel the same thing. Like if you're feeling the same way, you're not alone. There's other people out here like you. Other people out there like me. So that's really what I'm working on. As of lately, I'm going to be working on the anger. And it's just not healthy. You're not going to live long. I'm not trying to have a heart attack by the time I'm 40 because I just like held on to something for so long and just internally raged about it all the time instead of working on it, talking about it, and letting it go. Like I've talked about before, I hate losing battles to myself over such stupid things. Because once you grow up, you learn that there's so much more to life than the simple things that you navigate your life with. Like I hate people, or well, that's kind of a good one. Like I hate being around people. I can't stand people. Blah 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 blah. It's like yeah. Like I kind of get that, but at the same time, dude, if it wasn't for people, we wouldn't be able to have anything. Like if it wasn't a community sense, or there wasn't people that were unifying or whatever, you think that all the stuff that you enjoy, if you're gonna be a solo lone wolf, that those things just are there for you? No, people collaborated. People get together, make communities, build things. Like nobody's building the Empire State Building by themselves. And that goes along with like your body. Like literally I can't do any of this by myself. Like if it wasn't for my freaking girlfriend and if I wasn't maintaining a good relationship with her and doing things, I would not be able to go to the gym, go to jiu-jitsu, do this, do YouTube. There's no way. Especially I have a daughter now. And the reason I'm talking about anger is because like I'm literally getting in fights with my girlfriend and our newborn baby. And this is because I have some anger that I haven't worked out. And I gotta fix it. I mean, we've talked it out now and figured it out, and we've come to an understanding about things. But I know my half of it and where I'm wrong and blowing up. I know that's gonna be the death of me. I do all this hard work, and between the stress of living life, the anger is what's really gonna. I know it's gonna get me because I'm gonna blow up one day. Boom, my heart's just gonna explode. I know it. So I really am gonna work on some breathing stuff. I'm gonna report back to you guys on that and let you know how I'm doing on that. And I'm sorry, guys. I know you want to see me in the cold plunge, but my next video, which should be Wednesday, I should be back in the cold plunge. I'm feeling a lot better today, but just not 100%. And it's supposed to, like, the cold plunge is gonna boost your immune system. But I'm just not I just can't. And I'm not a wimp. You guys see my first few videos were me doing the cold plunge. So it's like I'm looking forward to it. Like it sucks, but like dude, it's like you get superpowers from it. Like I haven't been cold outside. It's crazy. Crazy. And that was just off of like doing those few, and then even taking a break, it's lasted this long. So I can't wait to like do it consistently and see where it carries me. Like I'm gonna be like Wim Hof, just like no shoes, walking through the streets in the winter, crazy. So if you guys are really struggling with anger, then this is the video for you. There's things to do. Like if you know it's like there's a lot of like if it wasn't for YouTube, like some people like I don't know something about some creators, man. They say something and it like, hits me. I'm like, dang, man. I should be doing better in that aspect of my life. And I apply it, man. Like I really do. And life's just too short to be angry. If you're that angry all the time, and no one's gonna want to be around you. I know that firsthand. I know what it's like. It runs pretty deep in my family too. We got a pretty angry bloodline, honestly. Definitely get it from my dad. Rage. And I'll admit it. Half the reason why I get so angry so fast too is because I'm so dang sensitive. I'm a sensitive dude. You know, I have a lot of respect for other people. So it's like when it's usually also like disrespect. If you get disrespected, it just goes right to anger instead of like I'm doing better now, but usually when someone wrongs me, I haven't gone to like, oh, I wonder how that guy's doing. He's probably going through some stuff, or he's probably has some issues, and then working on forgiveness. That's gonna be another video, that topic. We'll get there. But instead of doing that and just getting angry about it and wanting to do something back, and personally, man, I'm starting to believe that those are just something. I'm just demons. They're demons. I ain't letting them win. So, long as, like nobody wants to be around you, man. Like, and it physically changes you too. Changes you too. It physically changes you. You're seeing a grumpy old man. They just have that face. You're just angry all day long, every day. For sure, your face is getting like stuck like that. You're just getting high cheek wrinkles and just your brows crunched. What's going on, guys? I want to apologize for my video today. It got cut a little short today because of technical difficulties. If you just bear with me, I would appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. It really helps. Thank you.